Bristol, and a great launch from the top lane for Brett Cruz to get to the lead. Tyler Reif squeezes to the bottom of the Butterbean for second.
He said, I want to get down there in that PJ1, and he did it.
No, that was an important move because...
Oh, look how sideways the two is.
It's a great save. This racetrack's going to be a lot different than what they practiced on. This track evolution, this place, as you see these drivers get under grips of this track conditions.
That's Laney Bice, who's now kicked to the high side. Her teammate, LeVar Scott, in the six down low, may have cut Laney a break coming off turn 4. She wrestled with that car, and she's now way up out of the sticky stuff, and not even the second lane, but third lane.
And the sticky stuff we're talking about is the bottom 4 feet of the racetrack. You see that black little strip right there. Let's take a look at Laney Bice now in this 2-car. You see she's just outside of the sticky stuff. And Austin, you have a lot of experience racing on this PJ1. What's that like?
Well, I think the biggest difference is right here is we're in traffic, and she had a car right on her outside, and it's really easy to lose some of that side force, lose some of that grip. But all that grip is right down on that black groove, right above the yellow line on the bottom of the racetrack, and that's where you really need to be able to paint. As you see all those cars a lot lower, she's not able to keep her car that low because obviously fighting a loose condition.
She's able to get in behind Thomas Nunziata. Behind Laney, there's Timmy Hill, fresh off a great run in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race at Darlington. Inside the Arca Menards East points leader, Isaac Kitzmiller, trying to wrap up that divisional title today if he could seal off a strong run.
Yeah, you talked about that great run that Timmy Hill had in Darlington in the trucks. He was solid that entire race. Drove up towards the front, into the first stage, into the second stage, and then top 10 at the end of the race.
Hill's not done. He'll take the spot away from Laney Bice to move up tonight as we're already starting to solemn our way through some of the cars at the tail end of the pack. And Austin, this is where things could get edgy.
This is really challenging right now. As you saw, the drivers really struggle for grip there early, and then having to move up into those higher lanes right now. That track just isn't rubbered in. As you see another big slide from Laney Bice. We got a car on the inside, and being able to work around. You have to understand where the grip level is at the racetrack when you're working around that lap traffic, because you see again more cars are catching fast.
But that's going to help build that rubber up on the outside part of the racetrack going around these lap cars. So that should get better. That second lane should get better as this race wears on.
Well, as you saw too, you thought that the pass was already complete on the 2-car, and she was able to have position on those lap cars almost as a pick. You have to listen to your spotter, almost set up 2-3 laps ahead sometimes when you're catching lap traffic.
Right now, this battle working their way around Austin Vaughn in the 67. Patrick Staropoli able to utilize one of those lap cars as a pick, as you illustrated, Austin, as the battle for the lead starts to tighten up. Here is Tyler Reif, who is second in the aforementioned East Championship point standings battle, trying to outduel Isaac Kitzmiller there, but he wants his second career Arca Menards win, and he's keeping pace with Cruz.
Yeah, Tyler just turned 18 earlier this year, was able to run a couple of our intermediate racetracks, but he actually ran this race last year, had a great 6th place finish, so he does have experience on this racetrack.
Cruz able to utilize a lap car to build up a bit of a buffer to the tune of just over a half second as they got around Jackson McLaren's number 95, with Cruz being the early pace setter in this race.
As you mentioned, Austin, you sometimes 2-3 laps ahead. You want your spotter to alert you what's going on there. How critical are the role of the spotter here at this racetrack? It's got to be similar to a super speedway, I would think.
No, it's a very fast racetrack for drivers, spotters, and teams. Even as a TV person, this race is flying by as the laps click off. It's amazing what all can happen in such a short amount of time. We talk about 15, 16-second lap times. A lot can happen, and the best thing you can have if you're Brent Cruz is to have a lap car in between himself and Tyler Reif. You know, that's going to give him some flexibility to maybe get stopped up. Maybe, as you saw there off of turn 2, you know, he's going to have the flexibility to pick the lanes that he wants to be without being under threat from a faster car.
General Tire on board with Tyler Reif, the runner-up right now, watching the leader. A couple of cars ahead of him. That's Cruz, the second car outside, almost going way wide, as Reif tries to get inside of Andrew Patterson, who had a lot of pace in practice, but was involved in a crash in qualifying. Had to drop to the rear of the field.
That's the worst scenario right there. When you're trying to pass a lap car and you come up on another lap car that's slowing, that allows Butterbean actually contact. That's a situation where the lap car didn't really not know situational awareness and where those faster cars were.
No, this is chaotic. Tyler kind of got checked up because he went underneath the slow lap car and they caught an even slower one and gave Butterbean a chance to really close that gap.
And just like that, Cruz opens up a 2-second lead over this 3-car battle with McKee in the back of Reif in the battle for 2nd and 3 and 4.
They drive all the way in the apron. Wow, what a move. That was critical for him to get get past that, because otherwise he was really going to have to defend from behind. So nice, a little bit of room to breathe. It's probably going to be only 1 or 2 more laps so they take the next group. Watch this replay here of all that happened, and these guys are all trying to avoid this purple car.
Yeah, the 10 of Tony Cosentino.
Great racing, great
That's
racing.
why he drove down to the bottom of the racetrack. He was trying to save that car.
And here's the
The Arca Menards series always looks so much fun. It's not on super speedways,
in a matter of about 2 laps time.
There's a couple of Pinnacle Racing Group cars right behind him. Tristan McKee really doing a nice job early on here in that 82 car.
Whoa.
That's right, gets loose. Opens up the bottom.
And look at McKee, the young gun, not shy at all about shooting the bottom 3 wide. He keeps the fender inside of Takuma Koga to cement second spot.
It's a great illustration of how you catch those lap cars.